let's do a little backstory here, right?
Yes.
So that we can all understand kind of how this came about. We kind of got into earlier about how he emerged as a prospect and some of the different things that how he kind of broke out as a sophomore and then went into the summer or the winter and had some great events, and then summer he's kind of continue that and those type of things. But as his recruitment kind of evolved, the first time I got made aware of just how much Notre Dame liked CJ Carr was back in February. So I was actually asking some people that I know that would know sort of what the quarterback board was looking like. This is back in February when Notre Dame was still looking at a lot of different guys. Jackson Arnold was on the board. Chris Vizino was on the board. Obviously, Dante Moore was on the board. Nico's on the board. So I'm going through this, and then I was kind of like, it's like, yeah, hey, it's cool to talk about all that. But look, man, we also love this kid. I wasn't even talking about 24 kids.
Right.
It just was brought up to me like, oh, and by the way, we love, there's a kid in 24 that we love. And I was like, oh yeah, who's that? And I'm thinking there's a couple guys we knew about. And he was like, no, it's CJ Carr. So, okay, cool. And then it continued, and that relationship continued. So people understand that this is a situation that was about, this was about Notre Dame loved CJ Carr, right? This wasn't about anything else other than Notre Dame loving CJ Carr.
Yeah.
We'll kind of get through some of these other aspects of what it means moving forward. But this was about Notre Dame loves CJ Carr.
He was the number one guy on their board, period.
In 2020, right.
In 24, right. Of the 24 class.
And some people you talk to, there's a 23 kid that was number one on the board, but other people you talk to at Notre Dame, and this was the number one kid on the board. That's just facts. I mean, you can disagree with it. I may disagree with it. You may disagree. Other people may. It doesn't matter. It's not the point. The point is, this is a kid that Notre Dame has been on for a long time.
Yeah.
And he actually considered committing back in March.
That I did not know.
That'll mean something as tomorrow, the next day, when we talk about things in the message board, you'll understand why that makes a lot of sense. But how that impacted and how that mattered.
Yeah.
But this is a situation where this is a kid that Notre Dame wanted bad.
It's pretty clear that he wanted Notre Dame too. Like a kid doesn't commit this early and have the kind of relationships that he has. And he did He did his due diligence.
Right.
He went to Wisconsin multiple times. He went to Michigan multiple times. He went around and he did his due diligence, and it brought him back to Notre Dame, which I think is huge.